Okay, so just to confirm with everyone, am I audible? My audio and video is clear. If yes, type in the comment box AV, audio, video clear. All right. Okay, thanks for confirmation. All right. Okay, so first of all, welcome to each one of you in this live webinar, right? Today it's a Friday evening, 8:34 to be specific, right? I'm sure you must have so many things to do, but still you choosing that, hey, I want to learn something about Scrum, Agile, and what I can do with this, right? So I really appreciate your decision for having here and welcome each one of you over here. Okay, so with that note, let's proceed further. And as we are going to spend, I would say, I'm sure you all are aware, you are attending this webinar, and this is a series of 3 days. Today, we are at day 1, and 2 more days we are going to spend with each other for what? Learning about Scrum Master, what this job role is all about, and then further, I will be explaining you certain content of this as well, right? So before we proceed further, I can see there are 22 participants apart from me. So in the comment box, just add your city name from which city you are, right? So just in your comment box, let's see from which all places we have here. All right, so we have Ravi and Lavanya from Hyderabad. Welcome, Ravi, welcome. Okay, we have Kisan from Ghaziabad. We have Arif again from, okay, all right. So many people from Hyderabad here. Siddharth from Bangalore. I'm right now in Bangalore as well. We have Madhu, Saline from Gurgaon. Okay, okay. We have Ambrish. I think Ambrish was the first to join today's session. Welcome, Ambrish. Sachin from Noida, Sanket from Pune. All right, all right. Okay, happy to see here, like all across various places, people over here joining this live webinar to get benefited on the Agile Scrum Master, what it is, what it takes to be, and learning on that aspect. Okay, and one more thing to confirm, how many of you are joining any of my session first time? So if it's first time session, your interaction with me, just type in the comment box FT. FT stand for what? First time. I do provide workshop on Jira and Scrum. So if it's your first interaction, then please type FT in the comment box. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So I can see here most of the people joining here at first time itself, right? So thank you for showing your interest, for having this journey with me. All right. So let me start this webinar first with the outline, what exactly we are going to discuss. And for that, let me share my screen. And here we go. Okay, so the idea, the agenda of this 3 days webinar, what we are going to have from today, tomorrow, and day after is to have awareness about Scrum Master job role, opportunities, and what all content you need to know, and certain contents I am going to cover as well in this training program. So we'll start first with understanding what exactly the Agile word is. What is agile? In fact, we'll go one step back to that and we'll understand why agile. So why agile? Why it came in the picture? And is it like before agile, there was something in the market? What was that? And then what are the agile values, principles? We'll talk about Scrum Master. Who is this individual called Scrum Master? And if you are someone who want to start your career as Scrum Master, what it takes to be a good Scrum Master. Maybe you can be possible that you are in a different field altogether, but still, if you want to transition in this career, what is required to be? And then we'll talk about Scrum Master roles, responsibilities, and what this person does on the ground. And also, I will be talking over here, if you're someone who is serious and committed that, hey, I want to shift my career. Maybe I'm not working in IT industry or in IT in a different role. Maybe you are in teaching, marketing, sales, or any other profession. If you're someone who want to shift yourself in this job role, how you can do that? That is also, I will be giving a roadmap for it. And in fact, At end of this webinar, maybe tomorrow or day after, I will invite you in my detailed program, how you can complete this journey with me. That is what is the whole intent agenda of this webinar, right? And one more thing I would like to say, as you all of over here, one of my mentors says that 80% of success in life is just in showing up. Because once you are showing up something, definitely you are showing your interest and you are there to do something. And if you have this intent, definitely you will be able to achieve that as well. So you're showing up today, you're showing up tomorrow, you're showing up day after tomorrow, means definitely something you are learning. And this is what is the first step, rather, I would say the baby step to get the success, whatever you want to achieve, right? So on that note, let's get started. And as the agenda of this 3 days program is all about the Agile Scrum Master, I would like to understand who from all of you, what is your understanding, what is your knowledge about Agile or Scrum? Three options you do have. First, let's say you do not have any idea at all. Maybe someone just friend told that, hey, there is something called Scrum Master. You can try for it. Or maybe you are working in certain industry, you heard about the Agile Scrum word. If just like that, or maybe you just saw my Facebook or Instagram ad, and over there you saw, hey, start career as a Scrum Master, right? So if you are someone like this, type N means no eyes, means no, you do not have any idea at all. Okay, that is what N stand for. Second option you have is the B. B is for, let's say you have little bit knowledge, maybe you have heard and you have seen something about it. That is what the beginner. And second one is what you are already working in some companies and you are following Agile Scrum, then type U. So you have three options, N, B, U. N means no, nothing at all. B for beginner, and U for using it. I'm already using it in some way or certain other way. All right. So I can see here, Sachin says, okay, no idea, N, B, N, B, B, and U1 I got. Okay. Pratibhan says, okay. I heard, okay, required to, okay, all right, Lavanya, all right, okay. So most of, okay, everyone, just add your response over here so that I can frame it in that direction. Arif says B, all right. What about other? I think I saw got here around 15, 20 response here. So yes, this is what is my style. After every 5-10 minutes, I will be asking you, in fact, I'll be inviting you to provide you some response. Reason is, I want to make this exercise much more engaging. Do not just like one way a lecture, right? All right, so I can see here most of the people are either N or on B, right? So means either you have no idea at all or you are a beginner. So rest assured, for this specific webinar, there is no any prerequisite that you must be having that knowledge, then only you can join this program. Nothing like that. We start from scratch, considering you do not have any idea at all. And from there, I build foundation, and then I will be keep moving on. All right. So on that note, let's start. So as we are going to spend, I just said 3 days together with us, is it okay if I can just introduce myself so that you are also aware, the person to whom we are going to listen for next 3 days, what is this individual credibility, what is his qualification and all? Is it okay? Yes, no? Is it okay if I can introduce myself in next 2 minutes so that you are also aware who is this person who is taking this specific training or session? All right. So thanks for your response here. So, well, my name is Jitendra Yadav. Okay. I have around 14 years of experience in IT industry in various roles altogether. I have worked as a BA. I have worked as a project manager, Scrum Master, on altogether various roles I have worked in the past. And right now, when I'm talking to you, training is something my passion, and I'm here to help individuals to transform the career in IT industry as Scrum Master. And that's what is my mission, to help whoever is willing, interested to start this journey to shift career as Scrum Master. I'm on a mission to help 10,000 professionals, and happy to say that more than I have trained maybe around, I would say 1,000 plus, and happy to share that 500 plus individuals has already been benefited in this career shift journey. All right. And this training program, what you are attending right now, it is coming to you from company Skill Yantra. Skill Yantra is a agile company where we do provide training on Scrum Master, Jira tool, and product owner. But mostly what we do focus, one is what Scrum Master, and the second one is what the Jira tool. Because when you work as a Scrum Master, you need to know about this tool. A little bit more about me. So right now, when I'm talking to you, I am in the Silicon City of India, which is nothing is Bangalore. I started my journey, my life in a city called Gazipur, which is in the UP, near to Banaras, Varanasi, what you can see. I did my schooling from Patna, Bihar. Then I went to Kota for engineering preparation. And then I did my engineering from city of lakes called Bhopal. I was there after engineering, also did some other work. And from last 8 years, I am in Bangalore when I'm talking to you live right now. Okay, so let's proceed further. And yes, so one thing to, anyway, let's talk about it a little later. So what I am going to talk about first is, and in fact, you all are interested to know who is this individual called Scrum Master. So if I talk about Scrum Master, so in general, a Scrum Master, what we say is a person, is an individual who help the team members so that they are able to perform their work at best level possible. That is what a main essence, what you can say, a Scrum Master does. Okay. And that's what here it happens. And as a Scrum Master, you are responsible for helping your team members so that they are able to highly productive. And on the same note, what we say, as a Scrum Master, you are someone who will ensure that there is a smooth communication between the developers who is working on the product, certain software, and maybe the product owner and the other client or customer. That is what our internal management you are going to make sure. Also, what we say, although as a Scrum Master, you are not a decision maker. When I'm saying you are not a decision maker, what it means? You are not going to decide that, hey, what all functionality need to be built. You're not going to decide how it will be built, how means what technology need to follow. Because a Scrum Master is not supposed to be a technical person. But yes, you are the one who is going to help people so that they are able to take a right decision. And that is what you will be doing as a Scrum Master. And in general, a question comes out, hey, is it a good career to start with? Is it something is demand in the market? The answer is definitely yes. Certain survey report, what I have published over here, you can see. In general, simply you can relate. Any company where there is some software development is happening, mostly companies are following agile methodology and they must need Scrum Master. How and why? To manage the work so that their team can be much more productive. And you can see here the growth of demand in this profession is something around 37.9%, right? And then the next question comes here that, hey, it looks good that yes, it's maybe a good career, right? And maybe good opportunity, but is it something for me? Is it something that I can do? So whenever I have to filter any candidate for my training, who is interested to attend my training, I just filter on two criteria. First criteria, a person must having good communication. Why? Because as a Scrum Master, you need to talk to the developers, you need to talk to the management people. So it's all about communication and collaboration. If you do not have a good communication skill, let's say you are the person that, hey, don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to be in my zone. I'm a very introvert person. Then, sorry to say, but yes, this job is not for you. But yes, if you're someone who feel comfortable talking to individuals, then definitely you are a good fit for this. So I just said two things, what I look for. First one is a good communication skill. Second one is you must have done your, I would say, graduation or bachelor degree at least 5 years back. Why? because Scrum Master job is something, it's a managerial role. So a college pass out, or let's say that someone did graduation, a bachelor's or a master's degree in 21, 22, or they're going to complete maybe this year itself, and they want to start the career as Scrum Master. Again, sorry to say, that's not practically possible, because at least 5-7 year gap is required, minimum 5 year, I say, so that this gap, whatever you have done, you can portray that in job role, in that job role, how you were using the Scrum. That is what is the intent. So if you are someone who is fit in these two criteria, someone say that, hey, you're saying for 5 years, but I did my graduation bachelor's 10 year back, 15 year back. Am I a good fit for it? The answer is absolutely yes. I had my students who did MCom, Master in Commerce, in 2007. I have students who have done their bachelor's in 2005, and they got job. They are working. You are from which background? You have done engineering. It's okay. You have done, let's say, a BCom, BSc, whatever stream it is. It's totally fine. It's just what it requires, having good communication. And the second criteria, you must have done at least 5 years. That is what I look for. But yes, something else is required, but those two are the most important aspect. Okay. Now, moving forward, what over here is, I just said good communication, learning to build Scrum knowledge. As you are going to work as a Scrum Master, so you must have the Scrum knowledge. And that's why I'm here to help you to learn whatever you need to know on the Scrum concept. Third one is collaboration, because you'll be working with the developers, management. So you must be a team player, collaborative effort. And the next, project management tool expertise like Jira. So Jira is the one tool which is used across the industry, mostly in the agile products. So you must be having that knowledge. So I do provide this training as well, which is a separate training. So I just said two trainings I take care of. One is what the Scrum Master, and second one is what is this tool, what is the Jira training. And second one, risk management. So when you're working on a project, certain risk can come. So you must have that idea that how, if any risk comes, how you can manage it. Okay. Next, from here, what is the next step? Further, okay, fine, it looks good. But if I'm someone who is willing to start the career in this, what could be the salary, what I can expect? So again, it's not about the Scrum Master. In general, what the average math says here in IT industry, whatever number of experience you are having, whatever number of experience you are showing, multiply by 2 is the average CTC what you can expect. Again, what I'm saying, average. This number was good, maybe around 3 years back before COVID, but you all know after COVID, there's just a surge in the salary CTC in the IT industry. I have students who are getting into 2.5. You can go up to 3 also. But again, I don't want to show such a rosy picture. Average, if I talk about, into 2 is what I would say is the average one. So for example, let's say you are someone who did your bachelor's or master's, let's say 10 years back. So maybe around 2010 or 12 you did. Although you're not in the IT industry, whatever you have done teaching XYG, you can show your experience that, hey, 5-6 years initially I was doing something, last 3-4 years I have a Scrum experience, and accordingly you can portray your profile. And I do help on that. Right? So proceeding further, okay, it looks good. It's like, yes, I feel that I can be. I can see that there's an opportunity. I can see there's a good paying job, but what will be my next step? I'm starting today where I will be heading next 5 years, next 7 years, next 10 years. So on that note, the one logical way, let's say you are starting your journey as Scrum Master, become a senior Scrum Master, and you have good expertise, exposure on the Scrum, you will be moving to the next role, next track, which is what? Agile coach. And then further, you will be working closely with the product owner. Again, who is the product owner? What this person does? I will be talking about it little later. So you can, if you are someone who build your interest in the product space, definitely you can plan for this as well. Okay, that is another track. Third track over here, as you'll be working with the project managers. So if you're someone who build interest in that area, you can plan for project manager, delivery manager, and other roles as well. So all, like, there are various options. It all depends on you in which area you are going to shape yourself. All right. So this is what is a career track. Now let's proceed further on the actual content, right? So first question comes, what exactly is agile? Rather, I would say go one step back. Why actually this word agile came in the picture? So on that note, so what happens that any work we are doing, or let's say any work you have to do, I'm not talking about software, I'm not talking about IT, in general, anything. We must have a plan so that we can complete that work, right? We plan certain things and then only we try to deliver or try to work on that. For example, let's say you have to construct a house. So it's not like you just on a day, you have a dream and then next day you started and it was done. We plan for that. So let's say I have a site of 50 cross 50 square feet, 2005 square feet to be specific. I want to construct a house. So there are certain steps required. First of all, what I want to build on that. I want to build just a 1 BHK kind of structure, 1 floor, 2 floor, 3 floor, or I want to build 4 floor as well. So again, you must be having clarity on what you're looking for. And when you want to build, if it's a city, you need to go to the government and take certain permission for that. You will be going to architect, he will giving you some design. Then you will be approaching to some contractor and all who has expertise on that. So everything has a well-defined way how you can achieve or how we can do that work, right? So on that note, when we talk about softwares, so I'm talking about not right now, around 50 years back, yes, 50, 60 years back, when software or IT industry were just in the nascent state. So what was happening there? As it was in beginning, there was no any specific way how we can approach or how we can manage the software projects. So on that time, what happens? One gentleman, he thought, why not? I can come up with certain things, approach a methodology which can help all individuals to work on it. So he approached all, or he went to do research in all the nearby areas or companies, factories, wherever you can go. And he saw a pattern. And he realized that any company who is really successful, they are following this. And he proposed that model. But unfortunately, if I say around 1960 or 70s time, on that was not time of IT. That was about the factory, manufacturing and all. So where he visited manufacturing units, he studied their way of working. And what we saw that there are specific pattern what they are following. And he proposed that pattern that, hey, this is what is my observation. What he say that if you have to do any work, what you need to do is first of all, you need to have complete requirement. What exactly you are expecting, because unless you do not have the complete clarity, how you can achieve that? And that's what he say. You must have the complete clarity on the requirement, what exactly you're looking for. And once you have the complete clarity on the requirement till here, next step is what? Start working on the design. What exactly you're looking for. Then what you'll be doing here? You will be start working on the design. And once you have the design ready, then only you proceed further. And that is what? Working on developing the actual product. Your product is ready. Can you give it to the customer? The answer is no. You must need to do test that, hey, is this really working as expected or not? And then further, you will be testing. It will take a good amount of time. And once the testing is done, the next step is you are going to give this product to the customer that, hey, Mr. Customer, this is what you asked for, and here it's ready. And if customer says something, it will go for maintenance. Now, this one you can simply relate with any physical product development. For example, let's say I have a phone in my hand. It's like OnePlus 10T something. So if a company has to launch a product, what that company will be doing? That company will be thinking for that, hey, in market, which segment is in demand and where I'm lacking. So maybe it's like somewhere, maybe around 8 GB RAM, something, some specification they will be having. And they will be thinking that, hey, why not I can launch a product in that range. So what they're doing here, they are just doing what? Requirement analysis. Where is the gap? What is actually needed by the end users? Then they'll be working on the designs, prototype, that how the actual product, the phone, let's say, how it will look like, right? So they will be working on that. If that is ready, then the physical product will be developing and testing, and then it will go to the customer. So one of my friend over here, he works at Mercedes-Benz company. He's a mechanical engineer. One day I was talking to him and he said that right now, when Mercedes has to launch a product, means a car, for them, from the time they plan and the time the car comes on the ground, right, it takes around 5 years. And now they are working on how they can reduce this 5 years to 4 years. Means the inception, that how the product will be built from that to this phase. That was what he studied, the person who was doing the study, and he proposed this model. So as on that time, there was no any model at all to, or no any methodology at all to manage the project. So this is something which went hand in hand. Everyone liked this and they started working on it. And they got good result as well, because they're just saying something is better than nothing. And same happens on that time. People started working, but there is some challenge. If you talk about a physical product development like this mobile phone, like a car, or let's say any physical product and in a software, because physical product will have all that clarity, then only will be proceeding for. But when you talk about software, it's like the requirement. In fact, today's time, if you talk about, things change so fast, so rapidly. For example, let's say a company decided that, hey, this is something that we are going to build. And maybe in next 1 year, when the time comes to launch this product, market has been totally changed. Customer expectation has been changed. And that's why, if you have noticed any software application you are using, mobile phone, WhatsApp, anything you are using, every 2-3 months, some new feature, something new will be coming up. And that's what it happens. So, and now over here, the challenge was that when a company, let's say there's a company, e-commerce company, or let's say a company who is building shoes or something, or having a retail store, this company is having hundreds of outlets across country, right? Hundreds of outlets this company have. This is a shoe manufacturer. They are having 100 outlets. From there, they are selling the product. And what they thought for, we have good customer base. Why not we can have our e-commerce portal so that our customer can directly come over here and they can purchase the product. That is what is their expectation. They approached to an IT company. IT company understood the requirement, and company saying, hey, we understood, but whatever you are saying, it may take around 1 year of time. Okay. No option left. Customers, okay, it's fine. Just give me this. After 1 year, agreement is signed, payment is done. And after 1 year, if we go ahead with this approach, how it works, this IT company will assign someone to whom we call it as BA, business analyst. BA will work with the clients over here, and he will work on certain document. And that document, what we call it as BRD. So let's say 1 year is the project duration. Out of 1 year, something around 1 month gone in this requirement analysis page. Now think from the customer perspective. 12 months, you said that you'll be giving the product. 1 month passed by. Can you show me whatever you have done? Company say, hey, no. We are following a methodology which says 100% requirement clarity. And we have spent a good amount of time, 1 month, and now we exactly know what you want. And that is what is the BRD. Okay. Next, over here, once this document is done, then the design phase will start. Let's say this goes for 2 months. Over here, another document, what we call it as the design document, or let's say how the product will look like. So 1 month over here, 2 months over here, how much total time? 3 months. And output for this 3 month time, customer say, hey, can you show me what you have done? Company will say, no, we are just working on what? Documents. Still, we have not actually started physically or building the product. Now the development phase actually come in the picture. Let's say 3 months or 6 months over here, 9 months altogether. Customers say, hey, can you show me? We'll say, no, we have built the product, but we have not tested. There are so many bugs, issues. Let us test and then we'll show you. Further 2 months passed by in the testing. There are certain bugs, gone to development, development to again, testing, this cycle. And finally, after 12 months, here is the final product and we are giving it to the customer. And after seeing the product, customer say, hey, it works, but whatever I was expecting, it's not exactly the same. And they will say, hey, we gave you a document, and you say that, hey, this is what I want. Customer say, yeah, I saw the document. We discussed about that, but I thought whatever you have written, it meant something different. So this kind of challenge, confusion is coming over here in this methodology. So what happens? Wherever we say, right, there is a challenge, there is a resolution for that as well. There is a solution for that. So on that note, to solve this kind of problem, what happened? Around 17 professionals, IT professionals rather, they met around 22 years back and thought for why not we can work on a different methodology, which is much more customer oriented, and customer problems or challenge, whatever you can say, it can be resolved in better. And what they did, they proposed a new methodology to which we call it as Agile. Okay, now, if I talk about Agile, Agile is not like something rocket science. It's like whatever you can see here in this page, in this slide, whatever work happened in the, you can say, this approach, and this approach, whatever you can see on the slide, the gentleman who proposed this, he called it as waterfall. So whatever I explained you right now, what you can see on this slide is exactly what we call this as waterfall. This entire series of things, we call it as waterfall. Waterfall means like waterfall, start from one, go down, go down, go down, like that. Same way it works here. Now, when we talk about the next one, what we call it as Agile, what exactly the Agile is. Okay. So Agile, again, as I said, there is nothing like there is a rocket science in the Agile. Agile also say, hey, whatever you are doing here, it's good, it's needed. We can't avoid anything. We can't stop anything. But what we'll be doing, in spite of doing for all these things, like you can say the full-fledged development, the way you are doing here, in spite of that, what we are going to do is we'll go step by step. And what it mean by step? Let's say here you do have how many requirements? For example, one moment, let me start the annotation one more time here. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so what they say that, hey, in spite of doing everything at one go, what is happening here in the waterfall approach, like first complete requirement, then only the complete design, and then going for the complete development. In spite of going with that approach, what we'll be doing, we'll be taking certain requirement. For example, let's say here, you have maybe the e-commerce project, what I was talking about, there are 500 requirements or feature expected. And this is what, let's say, your 500 features. What Agile says, hey, don't think for all 500 what all you will be needing. Just think for which one is the highest priority one. Let's say around 10 or 20 requirements, we figure it out that these are the most important, most prioritized requirement. We'll take those requirements, we'll work on design, we develop that, test it, and we'll showcase that, hey, Mr. Customer, you asked us to build this 500 functionality. We understood you, and whatever was the top 20 requirements we have built, now you can come and have a look. Customer will be giving the feedback, hey, it's good, not good, some feedback. Again, we can accommodate those feedbacks. Once this is done, next step, go further, take next again 20, 25 requirement, whatever is possible, build, show it to customer. Same thing again and again we are doing here. So if you see, there is nothing like we are skipping anything. It's just like in spite of going for big bang, that hey, complete requirement, complete design, complete development, we are going step by step. It's like take certain requirement, focus on the design, develop, test, showcase the product that hey, how it looks like. Again, some more requirement, design, develop, test, showcase to the customer. And this is the way we proceed here. And if we keep on doing same thing, there will be a time where all the requirement, whatever customer was expecting, is everything done. And here you can say our final product is ready for the customer. Now, what is the difference? What is the advantage of this approach? In spite of customer being in a lonely place that what is happening, I do not know. Over here, customer is able to see what exactly going on. And at this point of time, customer can't say, hey, this is not what I was expecting. Why? Because every 1 month or let's say 15 days, we are showing something that, hey, this is what you have built. You asked, we have built. Are you okay? Yes, we'll move next. Are you okay? Yes, we'll go next. Are you okay? We'll go next. So over here, customer is involved in the journey of the product development, and definitely it's much more productive way of doing the work, right? And this itself, what we call it as Agile methodology. Now, if we talk about what exactly is the difference between waterfall, what you can see this image on this slide right now, and in the Agile. So the major difference is, one moment, yeah. So the major difference is in Agile, what we do the product development. In the waterfall, what we do, we go step by step. Like let's say, first we'll be talking about some requirement, then we'll be proceeding next on that. And that's how we proceed here in the waterfall, like step by step. First requirement, design, development, testing, and then maintenance. And Agile, we take certain requirement from the pool of requirement, we do the requirement, design, develop, test, showcase to the customer. And that's what we say. In spite of going for big bang approach, we are going step by step. That is what is the major difference, what you can see in the waterfall and Agile methodology. Now, if you further go deep dive in Agile, what we say here, Agile is to Agile, what we call it as methodology. Okay, what exactly it mean by methodology? So here we go. One moment. Just a minute, let me fix it. Okay, so what we say that in Agile, what happens that in Agile, it's like we go, in spite of going for big bang approach, we go step by step. First, we'll develop something, then next we'll develop something, and then we proceed further. That is what we do in Agile. And also to Agile, what we call it as Agile is a methodology. Okay. what it means by methodology. And under the agile methodology, we have something to which we call it as framework. Okay. So let's understand what exactly is the methodology and what exactly is the framework. Okay. So let's talk on that part here. Okay, one moment. Okay. My screen is stuck. Just give a moment to fix it. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I was talking about this page, right? So in Agile, what we call the Agile as it's a methodology. Okay. And further, under this Agile methodology, we have certain frameworks, what we call. Okay. In between, just to confirm, my voice is clear to everyone. Is it clear, audible in a perfect way? Yes, no? All right. Okay. Okay. Thanks for confirmation. All right. Let's proceed. So Agile, what we call this as a methodology. And under Agile methodology, we have various framework. So over here, you can see methodology, and then we have something called framework, what you can see at the bottom. Now, what exactly it mean by methodology? What it mean by framework? So Agile has certain values, certain principles, certain rules, rather you can say. By following this, you can follow it, but again, you can have your own template to work on. Okay, just to have a better understanding of it, we all know we are living in a country, India, right? So what is the most popular game in our country? No doubt, there is one game to which we call it as what? Cricket, right? And I'm sure all of you have some point of time you have played cricket or seen cricket. Now, this sport, what exactly is the cricket? Cricket is a sports, right? Just like you can say football, volleyball, hockey, so many games are there, right? Carom, chess and all, it's just a game. Now, when you talk about cricket, it has certain rules, like there will be a number of overs. In an over, there will be 6 balls. A player can score 1 run, 2 run, 4, 6, and so. And then further, it will be out, catch out, bold, and all. Certain rules are there. Now, if I talk about how you play the cricket, over here, we do have something called test match, right? How many days? 5 days. We have something called as one day, means how many overs? 50 overs. We have something called 2020. How many overs? 20 over each side. So either you play test match, either you play one-day match, or you play 2020. How many balls will be there in an over? Yes, add in your response in the comment box. Is it like differs that if it's a test match, then the 10 balls, if it's a one day, then maybe 5 ball, or if it's a 2020, then it's only 2 ball. Does it differ or to remain same? Yes, no? It always same. Either it's a test match or it's a one day, 6 ball. How many players in a team? 11, right? It's a test match, one day or 2020. It's 11 players. There are certain things which remain constant. There will be a bat, there will be a ball, there will be stumps, there will be distance between the stumps. There, what we call it as a rule. Same way, when you talk about agile, agile has certain values, rather what we call it as we have 4 values, and then agile has 12 principles. This remains always constant. Now, by using it, implementing it on ground, you can have your own way version to play this, to use this. Same like cricket, certain fundamental never changes, but still you can change what number of overs, right? And still what you are playing, it's a cricket. Same way we are talking about agile, but you can use it, the Scrum framework. There's something called Lean. There's something called Extreme Programming, Kanban, RUP, and so on. So format change, but the essence doesn't change. Same way you can relate with Agile and Scrum if we talk about in particular over here. All right. So this is what you can say. Agile is a methodology I was talking about. And under Agile umbrella, there are various framework available. Scrum is one of them. Okay. Proceeding further from here, let's go on. Here we go. Okay. So when we talk about Scrum framework, what all is the Scrum framework is all about? This is something, this slide I will be talking in length tomorrow class, but some brief I am just going to give on this part, what exactly it means. And I just said that anyone who want to start the career as Scrum Master, it's easy, it's possible. People can do that. Why? Because over here content is limited. It's not like you have to go for a 6 month program, training program, and then only you can do that. In a month, it's much more than sufficient. In fact, whatever you can see right now on this slide, I would say this is something around, you can say 80% of the Scrum content. Today and tomorrow, maybe sometime day after tomorrow also, I'll be talking on this slide only mostly. And in my regular course, regular training program, one topic I take on this slide and I spend one session, 1 hour on that. That's how it works because content is limited. That is what is the best part, right? So whatever you can see this slide, the content over here, there's an acronym, what we call it. And the acronym, what we use, the acronym is something called 353. Okay. So let's understand what exactly this 353 means. Okay. 3 over here, the first one, what you can say, the first 3 over here, it stands for, we have 3 roles. 5, what you can see, we have 5 events. And last 3, what you can see here, we call it as, we have 3 artifacts. So you can say Scrum framework is all about or related to this 353. Now, let's understand what exactly this is 3, what exactly is 5, and what is 3 artifact, right? So let's talk a little more deeper on that perspective. So the first one, what I said here is 3 roles. In the Scrum framework, we have 3 roles, what you can see. Role number 1, to which we call it as product owner. Role number 2, what we call it over here as developer. And role number 3, what you can see right now is who? You. If you're someone who willing to take up this role, so yes, you are the one, the Scrum Master. So 353, this acronym, the first character 3 stand for what? 3 roles. Product owner, developer, and then we do have what? The Scrum Master. Now, what about the 5, right? So the 5, what you can see in this acronym, this 5 stands for 5 event. What exactly these 5 events are? Event number 1, to which we call it as, you can see this one as at the bottom, sprint planning meeting. Second event, what we call it as daily stand-up meeting. Again, nothing to worry what sprint planning, what is daily stand-up. I'm going to explain about that. I'm just right now making you familiar with the nomenclature, the names. And third one, what we do have over here is sprint review. And the last one, what you can see called sprint retrospective. And all these 4 events, planning meeting, stand-up, review, retrospective, it happens in a container event, in a time box, to which we call it as sprint. So 5 events, planning, stand-up, review, retrospective, and everything happens in a time box, in a time frame, to which we call it as a sprint. And the last 3, what you can see over here, what exactly it is? 3 artifacts, to which we call, it's nothing but product backlog, sprint backlog, and the last one, what we do have, to which we call it as finished work, and also to this we call it as the increment. So you can say Scrum is all about this terminology. In my detailed training program, I talk on a specific word or topic, you can say, in one session with certain activity. Now, in next 5-7 minutes, let's understand what exactly these things are. Okay, so the best part is whatever name you can see over here, it's quite self-explanatory. Why so? Because if you see the first word or first role over here, what we're calling it as product owner, very much simple from the name itself. Product owner means someone who is owning what? The product. But what exactly it mean by owning the product? So let's say there is a company, as example, let's go back on the same example. There's a company is looking for what? E-commerce portal, right? E-commerce portal is what they're looking for. And they have, let's say, around 500 features they are expecting in that. So what all will be those features? What the list of features? I have the 500 list. My bucket list is 500. Which 5, which 10, which 15 going to be built first? Then what will be the next? So it's like from the list of this 500, this is like we are going to build first, then this, then this, then this, and then this like this. Who will be deciding it? That person will only be called as product owner. Means I'm owning the product. What need to be built? I will decide. When this will be built, I will decide. That is what a product owner is all about. And what this person does as a product owner, if I'm working as a product owner, I will be interacting with, you can say, customers, management, the other senior people, and try to understand what exactly they are looking for. I understood what they're looking for, and same thing is what I will be planning to work on. So it's like I'm getting the requirement from them that, hey, I'm looking, let's say, payment through debit card. Someone say, hey, I'm looking the payment through the credit card. Someone say, hey, there's a new app launch on, let's say, the phone pay, Google Pay. Someone saying, hey, why not we can have the option in this application that a customer can make payment through Bitcoin, right? So anyone can come with some random idea. But who is the person who will actually decide, hey, Bitcoin is needed or not? How many users we do have who have the Bitcoin or Ether or any other cryptocurrency? If it's needed, it's fine. Or not needed, not needed at all. But who take the final call? This gentleman, to which we call it as product owner. The first part of my job as a product owner is talking to the customer management, understanding what they're looking for. And once I get that clarity, I will be writing, documenting each and everything to one place, to which we call it as product backlog. And the idea of the product backlog is, again, very simple from the name, product and what? Backlog. What is a backlog? Something which is not yet done. So whatever I'm expecting the functionality from this product, each and everything I will be writing at one place, to which we call it as product backlog. Now, as I am the one who is the product owner, so anyone seek any clarity on the product, what they'll be doing, I am the person, or you can say, I am the go-to person. If you need any clarity, approach to me. I'm here to clarify that. A developer working on that and he needs some clarity, approach to me. I will give you the answer. That's what you can say a product owner does. A next role, what we do have in this acronym, role number 1 is what? Product owner. Second one is what we call it as developers. So who exactly are the developers? Developers are the one who develop the product, who actually go on the ground and whatever needed day to day, they will be working on. And in nutshell, whoever is actively contributing in the deliverables of the product, to which you can call it as developer, right? And the third role, what we do have, to which we call it as Scrum Master. Now, Scrum Master is someone, again, if you see the name, what it says, Scrum and Master. You are a master, means you know each and everything about what? Scrum. Scrum is what? It's a framework to manage the complex project. So if you have a complex project which no one has the complete idea, then we have a framework with which we can work on and we can get the best output. And that's what is the essence of the Scrum framework is, right? And that's what you will be doing as a Scrum Master. So making sure that your team members are able to follow the process, making sure that they are working in the right direction so that they are able to get the maximum output, maximum productivity they can achieve it. That is what you will be doing as Scrum Master. And just to summarize these three job roles, if I talk about Scrum product owner, what product owner does? Product owner is all about what need to be built. Developers, they are all about how this will be built. How means technology perspective, PHP, Java, .NET, XYZ, whatsoever. Who is going to work on among this? This is also a developer, this is also a developer. So who is going to work on what feature? They will decide among themselves. And Scrum Master, it's all about the process. Are we following the right process or not? And that's why what we say, Scrum Master is not supposed to be a technical person. As long as you have a good communication, you are good fit for this job role, right? So this is all what I had to cover in today's class, right? So whatever time you spend over here, I would say next last 50-55 minutes with me, was it fruitful? Did you got some value? Yes, no, right? Did you got some value, whatever you have thought for to learn? Did you got some learning over here? Yes, no, yes, no. Keep on posting your response. All right, all right. So in this case, as I said, this is a series of 3 days. Are you committed for tomorrow and day after tomorrow as well? Are you committed? If you are committed that yes, today I attended, I got the value, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow also, I'm going to be here in this space, same time, type in the comment box, I see. See means what? Commit, right? Type in the comment box, I see. If you are someone, yes, I am going to attending this tomorrow and day after tomorrow as well. All right, all right. Good to see the response. So again, I'm over here for next 5 minutes. If you do have any question, I'm happy to help you. In fact, I'm going to unmute all of you. You can raise your hand. You want to speak up, you can speak as well. Okay. And also, I just said this is a 3-day series to explain you, to make you aware about who is the Scrum Master, what this person does. And if you like this interaction of next 2 days as well, and if you're someone who want to go on the next level of this journey, right? So I would like to invite you tomorrow. I will be explaining you what all I have, the detailed training program where I mentor students or anyone who want to switch in this job role. I will be guiding you the step by step, what will be the roadmap, road step, so that you can achieve that. I have many success story like my students who are from technical, who are from non-technical. Someone did BA, Bachelor of Arts, no knowledge of IT at all, they are working. So I have all together success story that you can definitely inspire you. And if you're someone to shift your career, I would invite you for tomorrow's session. You will be getting much more clarity. Okay. So I can see here certain pointers. Okay. Do we need to register separately for next 2 sessions? No. Link remains same, whatever you have got. And there's no change in the timing as well. Same timing, same link, same person, I will be there tomorrow as well. Okay. Can we get the notes for class today? So there is a WhatsApp group. The recording of it, normally I do not share, but I will be uploading on the YouTube, and I'll be sharing the link, a private link in that group for your reference. If you just want to refer it, you can refer that. But again, that will be active just for next 3 days. After that, that will be out. So if you want to just refer, you can utilize that. All right. Anyone else having any question? Are we good? Okay. So how many days Scrum training, what is Saline has us? So I will be explaining you about the entire training program in tomorrow's session. So be here tomorrow, and I'm sure you're going to join tomorrow, right? Saline Sharma, are you going to be in over here tomorrow? Yes. So you will be able to get to know each and everything. But just in nutshell, to summarize, this entire journey, if you're someone to, switch your career, starting career in this journey, it will not take more than 2 months. The way I have designed the program, the track, whoever you are, from whichever background you are coming on, if you are committed that, hey, I am someone, I want to get the result, you will be getting that. That's what I can assure you. All right. So with this note, I'm going to log off for today. See you all tomorrow. Same time, same link. Stay tuned. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.